Good Sauce with Ross and Joel is brought to you by Attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. There are a lot of Central Florida injury attorneys out there, but I'm here to tell you there's only one Mo DeWitt. I am a shining example of that. Whether you're injured in a car accident, just call Mo. Whether you are in a slip and fall, just call Mo. Thank you, Mo. Thank you for sponsoring Good Sauce. Now, let's start the show.
Back, I can tell you that we can handle it, baby. I'm for race until we go fast enough. You're my family, baby. I hear you're feeling good. Well, you ought to be, yeah. You're feeling good. Like for instance,
Welcome to Good Sauce, episode 3. I am happy to be here. Joel is sitting 12 o'clock.
I'm also happy to be here.
Yeah, it's mutual.
What
Look
a
at
good
that.
morning.
Chase, you are here. We have plenty of stuff to talk about today. First of all, we have to get an update about my wife because we definitely didn't, give a conclusion. Well, in our defense, we didn't have a conclusion last week of why my pregnant wife went into the emergency room. We had a topic request from one of our listeners. He wanted to know what we thought about the Fallout TV show, and I will oblige. My car prevented me into getting into a car accident, and I'll be honest with you, I've got mixed feelings about it.
You almost had to call Mo.
I'm curious to see what pieces of internet content have grown to become like cornerstone memories to you guys. Maybe that's just me. And then we have to, at the very least, talk about the dirtiest spots in your home, because the older I get, the more Adderall-y I get about cleaning. But first, Olivia, my wife, last episode, we were recording while she was in the emergency room. Mm-hmm. And the good news is, episode 3, I get to say, we are recording this episode, and she's like 40 feet behind me.
Yay!
She's home.
Yeah.
She's home. There was, I think I can say, because HIPAA laws and also marriage ethics.
Yeah, careful, because HIPAA listens to this every week, and they're making sure we're to the
I don't even know
to the
what
letter of the law.
Yeah, we're on their blacklist.
Everyone says HIPAA laws. I don't even know what HIPAA is. It an acronym? It sounds like an acronym.
I'm sure it is. But to me, it just sounds like it's the laws of being a hippo.
It sounds hippopotamus related.
It
but
does.
Can I actually right now?
We were waiting for you to. That's why
Okay.
we gave you headphones and a microphone.
I believe it's reference to the Hippocratic Oath. HIPAA meaning Hippocratic, which is the oath that physicians take when they go into practice.
So we just millennialized it and
Yeah.
just shortened it, right?
Yeah.
I think that sounds right, but I'm still going to double down and say that it's mostly hippopotamus related.
I mean, hippopotamus related is a far more fun route. And I'm going to have
Take
to
that,
go.
Chase.
Chase,
I'm
it's
more
all
fun.
right.
You can
Chase,
be smart all day.
Chase, it's probably about hippos.
Yeah, okay, all right, fine.
So
I guess I'll go myself.
yeah. So what we have to. So my wife, I think I have the green light to say this, but she had an intestinal blockage, and apparently that caused a ton of pain.
Yeah.
I
don't think those are something you want.
Yeah. So she couldn't leave the hospital if she didn't rip ass or take a deuce, which I found to be like this really weird Joker-esque hostage moment of like, you cannot leave.
Here are my demands.
Well, hello, my pretty.
Yeah, you cannot leave until we smell something.
Something's coming out of there.
Yeah, and I thought
Or you're not.
that was an odd thing. There's so many things that was plenty odd. While she's writhing in pain, and then all of a sudden a doctor wheels in like a little Venmo machine. The hell is can we hold off on the
No.
Yeah, no, we cannot.
We're going to need half now
I was-
and half after the fart.
It looks like a machine at the end of it, just like it would go and ask for a tip. That's what we paid for on a little Apple Pay machine, and I was expecting 20%, 25%, 30% tip afterwards.
Isn't that
What?
crazy?
It was just the vibe of the whole thing. It felt like the drive-through of the hospital came through. It was nuts. However, my wife is safe. She's feeling
Yay.
tons better, and that makes me a happy husband. It also makes this podcast a lot more comfortable to record.
Oh, it's way better.
There is one of the memories, though, when it comes to my wife recently. This is one of the requests from one of our listeners. I forgot his name. Let's go with Ed. And
Ed, you'll notice he's not on the list.
yeah, Ed's cool. Ed made the list.
Ed Squad.
Wife and I watched the Fallout TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And God, do I love doing anything video game related with my wife.
That is a
what-
thing. It seems to be a cornerstone of your romance.
I get nerd boner real fast whenever she goes, oh my God, video game reference. And she knows it and I know it. And I just go like, yeah.
I think a lot of the...
I want to see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, you live together. So.
Yeah.
But I don't think video games are nerdy anymore. I think now it's just everybody plays something.
It depends on the video game.
That is true. That's where the difference lies.
Because if you play like Madden all the time, you're not playing, Tales of Arise.
Easy there.
A little deep, maybe I'm just whatever. But like, there's two different.
There's definitely a different level. Like I'm basic FIFA, and then my kids, I had to play Fortnite because I wanted to know them.
But you never played Fallout. I have put.
No, that was the whole list. That's it right now.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah. Fallout.
That's fine. I know it's like I don't know most of them, but
Fallout is a huge video game franchise, AAA budget, bajillions of dollars behind it, and then they get a TV show. I'm embarrassed to know how many hours I've put into Fallout 4. I checked, and it said 6D, 14H, 32M.
that's almost a week.
6
D.
days.
That's 6 days.
Yeah.
6 days, dude. What is that?
Bro.
What is that? What's 6 times 24?
That's overtime.
What is that? Am I close to 200 hours?
It's close to a cry for help.
Don't think it's a hot take to say it's the best piece of video game content, television, movie transition.
Really?
It's the best. It's the best video game to visual media anybody has ever seen.
Have you seen the original Mario with John Leguizamo as Luigi?
I have seen that one. I have.
Also, the timeless perfection that is Bob Hoskins.
Yeah. You thought you saw his whole range in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and then Super Mario came out, and you were like, what can't he do?
See, I remember that movie is one of the earliest memories I have.
That OG Mario?
Yeah. And I just remember being repulsed by it as a kid.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah. I remember being like,
It's a weird movie.
like I just
I
remember.
remember seeing it in the theaters
Same.
at a birthday party for my only friend in 5th grade.
But I just remember that movie, like Yoshi looking like a dinosaur. I remember Yoshi emerging from an egg, right?
Yeah.
Something emerging from an egg and it being like really wet and sticky.
Yeah, some stuff should be animated.
Yeah,
Bowser was just a guy.
yeah, Bowser was a dude who was running like an evil corporation.
I don't think they had the budget to make him anything other than a guy.
Well, they spent all the budget on making this weird ass Yoshi. That's what it was
They're like, no, cut it then. I want the Yoshi egg.
But yeah, the Fallout show, phenomenal.
Why do you think it's like? What is it about it? Just because, and I'll watch it. But
But the acting is great. They got everything. It's kind of just what makes a good TV show a good TV show.
it just happens to be video game inspired.
Yeah, when everything comes together, when you have good acting, a good story, a good set, you have all of that's working, then you tend to have a pretty good product at the end of it. And for any video gamer, I think every gamer has been waiting for this in a little way. It's so good. My wife threw me a surprise 30th birthday that was Fallout themed, and that's like one of the best moments of my life.
And you seem to be. You had like 4-year-old birthday party energy at that
I
party.
did.
You were bouncing.
And in that event,
It was a great party.
I have this like little life crossroads regret at my surprise birthday party. So I still don't even know how the cars were hidden. I don't understand how it all went down. and I kind of don't want to find out because it's kind of like magical. So I want to leave myself in like ignorant wonder about
They were
that.
there, Ross. You just didn't see them.
Yeah. It was impressive.
She told us to park in the trees, and it really worked out.
It checked out. I walk in through the door, and there it is. Like every single one of my friends from my life, like people from even my hometown drove up. And it was such a special moment. She walks up to me and gives me a vault suit. Just know that that's Fallout related. And it's just this magical moment. It's
not
so,
a sex thing.
It's so tailored.
was.
Okay.
It's so tailored to my life.
Oh, it was a perfect. It looked like it. I was like, as I mentioned, I didn't know what it was, but I could see its impact on you the moment you realized what was happening.
Yeah.
And then when you saw that each piece of food was themed.
Yeah, all of it.
The detail was awesome.
Well,
I assume.
It was phenomenal. Assumption correct. I walk in, she gives me my birthday costume, and I'm floored, and then I go in the room and change, and then that's where I cried. But I cried by myself.
Like a vault dweller really would do.
Yeah, so I always go back to that moment. I'm like, should I have cried? I could have cried. I held back from crying as soon as I walked through the door.
Smart man.
But then I just cried by myself to then share it years later
Big
on a
boys cry.
podcast.
Big boys cry in the bathroom, Ross.
Yeah.
Big boys cry in the other room.
Did you agree with crying in the other room? Or do I?
I don't make a rule about it. I think anybody can do whatever they need to do. But yeah, I'll cry 3 years later when I see a movie that makes me think of that moment, and I'll be like,
But do I? So
I mean, I know that's not healthy, but I'm just telling you the truth.
because I go back to the moment. I'm like, I should have cried in front of everybody.
No, you shouldn't have.
That because it would have been. I felt like that would have been more rewarding for everybody putting the effort to put in the.
Tears don't equal
You know what?
gratitude.
But no, I can see what you're saying. It would only be bad if it went on too long.
Yeah,
Like if you were crying for like, how long?
It also
7
might look
minutes?
fake. It may be like, bro,
Well, that's the thing.
you're gonna cry. That's
Yeah.
fake in front of everybody. Presentational, boo.
I'm not on a stage. I'm in my home.
I
I'm
know.
walking through the front door.
But there were like literally 100 people staring at you.
Yeah.
I think you played it right. I'm just saying, as a fan of yours, if you'd cried, I would have been like, lame.
Yeah, no, I definitely cried by myself
That's
in a
awesome.
vault jumpsuit.
Look at this weakling. I'm going to eat him in the wasteland.
Yeah, dude, I felt like
Vaults.
I definitely felt like a level 1 for
Dude,
sure.
you cried like a hero.
I cried by myself.
Cried like a hero. Can that be the name of this episode?
It might be. I keep trying to name the episode. I've already tried to name it before we started recording. It was Scabby Road,
Scabby Road.
which was an Olivia quote.
Yeah. That's what we called ourselves the Beatles, and then she said that we were from Scabby Road because my wife goes from 0 to dunk real fast.
Oh, absolutely. There was no warm up. It was just a windmill. Just
Yeah, I said 0 to dunk real fast, 0 to 100. How about there? I've been wanting to talk to you about this. I have super mixed feelings about my car intervening and saving my life.
So break down the scenario.
Why do you have mixed feelings about surviving?
Well, it's not.
I'm 100% pro whatever happened.
I don't know, because there's part of me. All right, so I'm driving. Long story short, I can make excuses, but I'm not killing it driving my new car. I'm not great at driving my car.
You bumping into a lot of stuff?
I'm not bumping into stuff, but I'm surprised that I haven't bumped into anything because it's a different vehicle. It's a bigger sled. It's got
Sled.
Yeah,
Say that more.
Yeah.
Why don't people say sled?
I'm whipping my sled around with zero confidence. And if it wasn't for the car going, "Hey, buddy, whoa, no," I would have wrecked this thing already.
That's the thing, though. Once you know a car will take over, you kind of are like, well, it's really driving.
It's the spell check of driving.
It is. I take more chances because I think my car's got it.
I'm pulling up to, I'm just driving, car brakes in front of me pretty quick. I don't see it. All of a sudden, I look up and my car's already braking.
Yeah. Does it sound different when it does it?
No, but it has a more, it doesn't sound different, but it has a different feel.
Does it?
It makes it's definitely your
You're gonna-
car hitting the brakes for you.
Does it make any notice like slowing down now?
No.
See, I
It
would
goes beep, 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 beep,
That mine does the exact same thing.
and it just starts braking.
Sometimes I know the thing's there and I didn't want to brake because I know that I'm good and it'll make me brake, and then I start I get angry with my car. I'll be like, I had it.
Yeah, I don't know if I had this. I'll be honest
No,
with you.
that's
This-
good. I'm glad it saved your life. But
Well, it saved a fender bender. And the only reason why I got mixed feelings about it is because I don't know, maybe this is too dumb, but it's treated me well, is I never want to avoid the consequences of my actions. I understand that this is different, and I'm happy I'm not in a car accident.
you're saying you deserved impact.
Yeah, I deserved impact. And my car intervened. I'm happy I didn't get into a car accident, but this is one of the very few times where I am not dealing with the consequences of my actions, and I'm okay with it, and that's why it's mixed. Because
Well, how
this
about
is rare.
We just found out that both of us have cars that are smarter than we are.
Yeah.
Why don't we lightly run them into each other just to show them who's driving?
And see what happens.
I know what'll happen. The impact you deserve.
Yeah. That's what
Justice will happen, Ross.
my car makes lanes like bumpers. Like it'll
Yeah.
go like, oh, you're swerving. Yep, back in. And every time it does, I'm like, damn, dude, I am not good at this.
I feel like it's when you get your learner's permit and you drive with like your mom. Then it's your mom going,
That's the sound I wish it made instead of a beep.
As this technology advances, you'll be able to, it'll be like Siri where you can change it and make an Australian if you want. I think you could just put in overprotective mother.
Yeah.
And then that's what'll happen when you're driving. It'll be like, do you need to go that fast?
Guy best friend.
Why are you in a hurry? We left. If you'd leave earlier, you wouldn't have to go this fast.
I want the
Nothing's around you.
I want the AI equivalent of my mom reaching over and putting my hand over my chest.
Yep.
If we're braking.
They have a mom hand that just shoots out of the side airbag.
Yeah. Honey.
It's got a bracelet from Target on it.
Yeah. It's it's chilling. It's got some Johnny Was as an outfit.
When I took my driving exam, a bee flew into the car and the instructor flipped out.
You get a
cut it short.
do-over, right?
No, they passed me. I didn't do half the stuff. They cussed too. So I think that's a big, like, if I had gone back in and been like, hey, he dropped 2 S words and an F word.
And I'm only 16.
I didn't even know that one. It was pretty awesome, though. I was in the middle of the 3-point road turn. The windows were down, and a bee flew in, and dude lost his mind. And I got back to the place. He's like, all right, all good. See ya.
We need to take a quick break from conversation so I can tell you about the History Center, Orange County Regional History Center. The History Center that makes its home in downtown Orlando in that majestic historic courthouse. The History Center that has 4 floors that covers 16,000 years of history. The History Center that has my favorite exhibit probably ever. The exhibit that covers the 1994 FIFA World Cup, because that World Cup, we had some games in Orlando. So this whole exhibit just celebrates the love affair that the city beautiful has with the beautiful game. Yeah, that History Center, the Orange County Regional History Center, and you can get more information at thehistorycenter.org. Do it. Support your local museums. We were talking about the technology on cars, new $1 billion technology, because I saw my dog scratching its own spot to make its leg kick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that not infinite energy?
That's a perpetual motion machine?
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, you're
My
trying to...
dog is scratching the spot for her to scratch.
Yeah, she's like a self-winding watch.
I can't get over that. I think that's...
If we could harness that itch, we could power our homes and cars.
Yeah. I think a dog scratching its spot and it kicking itself is... It was actually like... It was like a beautiful mind... Not beautiful mind... American Beauty moment where I felt like I was just like looking at a bag floating around as my dog is itching its own spot.
That's your plastic bag.
That was my plastic bag moment of like, dude, life is beautiful. Look how simple this is. If you
There you
just
go.
you got to soak in the small things. My dog just figured out infinite energy, and I'm gonna act like it's not a big deal.
My dog just showed me proof that it's self-sufficient.
Yeah, dude, this is so sick. I wonder if that's just like.
Isn't that the
Do
same
you think
thing?
that's like dog masturbation?
No. They are very clear about when that happens too.
I see. I think my dog does that too, and
Yeah.
I just pretend like it doesn't happen.
But it's not the leg kick.
It's not the leg kick.
And that might be foreplay, but that's not
Infinite
that's
energy.
not the sandwich. If you had to pick an infinite energy source right now, just say, "Oh, this is the future of energy," what would you pick?
Wind.
You'd go wind?
It would be really cool to get even more out of wind.
How about you,
Chicago?
Joe? What do you think the future of energy is?
Oh, I'll go waves. There's so much ocean. You ever go on a cruise? It's terrifying.
It's
so much
infinite.
ocean.
It's a lot of blue.
So much. And all the sharks are in there.
Yeah, and I've seen some bad things on a cruise ship because I've been
And
on.
that's just Carnival.
I've been on a cruise ship with like some straight bad, not bad guys. We were just peak being party people.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad.
I think that's what cruises are used to.
I remember one guy was just throwing forks. Dude, he was just throwing forks into the ocean. Just tons and tons of forks. He was a little banged up. He was a little banged. I'm not trying to excuse his. I'm condemning it.
Yeah.
I'm not smiling. No one is laughing about him littering forks.
But that happened.
Okay.
You know what? That's harmless compared to this. So I've worked a lot on cruise ships. And there's a story of one of them stopping because they thought someone had gone overboard.
Which is their protocol. They do stop for
They
you.
stop, and everybody has to go to their stations and check in so they can count and make sure everybody's on board. But the reason that they counted, everybody was on board, but they literally had a sensor that said somebody fell off.
Mm-hmm.
It was because somebody threw a cup of hot water off of the side of the ship, and the heat sensors for a body went off, and it was about the size of a body. So when they looked at the stuff, it looked like somebody dove off the ship. It was at night, so none of the footage is going to be good enough to see.
How long did it take to suss that out?
A while.
Oh,
That means
no.
there was somebody bummed out when they found out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's just water.
We're going to be late to Nassau now.
I have never thought of this before, just because it's a new stage of my life. Cleaning. I have never cleaned as much as I have in my life, and I wanted to make sure that everybody knows little pit stops. Where's your weak spots? Where's your weak spots in your house? Yeah.
Where dirty spots are?
The dirty spots. What are the spots that you go out of your way to be like, oh, no. I'm not going to forget about that one.
Oh, I thought you... I frequently miss spots, but...
The area around my kitchen sink or my bathroom sink. I always
Make
want
sure
that
to hit that.
Yeah.
I wish, I've said this before, I've been feeling this way a long time. I'm happy now to clean a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have gotten laid way more if I cleaned bathrooms from the age of 18 to when I met my wife.
I'm sorry. I just want to clarify something. Are you saying that you had ladies over who were totally happy to be there for the evening and they went and used your bathroom and they left?
No, so I would say no. Actually, there's two individual instances that make me think that, yeah, I think things could have gone better in my way if I had a white toilet.
It wasn't white?
No, that's what dirty toilets do. They aren't white.
That's why they make them white, so you know when they're dirty.
Yeah. It's not rocket science there, scientists, man. Cleaning toilets now, I don't mind, but boy, do I wish I cleaned my toilet when I was in my 20s. I think also, Chase, it would have given me like confidence, more confidence. A clean toilet gives me confidence that I'm a good human. When I have a dirty toilet, I'm like, where's my meth? Where's my meth?
Yeah.
Might as well get a mullet. Might as well chip my teeth. Start picking up 6 to 7 scabs.
Yeah, your bathroom already looks like you do all that stuff.
Prison tattoos, misspelled.
From the chest
yeah.
up. I get real. I do not like myself when I have a dirty toilet. If I clean that toilet, I get a lot of confidence. I can run through a brick wall. I'm ready to put me in, coach. We're down 14. I'll give you 21 if my toilet is clean.
It is a confidence builder because you're ready. You know that you've taken care of yourself.
I got another one, though.
What?
It's not just toilets. Light switches. Light switches is my new toilet.
Tell me more.
Yeah, cleaning-wise.
What do? You wipe or you do an aerosol spray?
No, I just, little paper towel, little Miss Myers, little all disinfectant, blah, blah. Put on my apron, high heels.
Nothing else too, right?
Yeah, no, that's how I'd clean. That's how I clean.
Dude, did you know
I put on my 1950s music. I put on my Louis Armstrong.
You know, people hire house cleaners that do it naked? I know somebody who did that.
That's a kink.
They would clean people's houses in the nude. But also the quality of cleaning was important. It was not just
to
be there as eye candy.
What'd they get paid?
Money, for sure.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I didn't think it was kisses and hugs. But, like, what was their, like, rate for cleaning a house?
I don't want to divulge that just because the market's changed. This was a few years ago. I don't want to mess up a rate by quoting one.
If I clean my light switches, dude,
it was hundreds.
I become a confident person. I become a better person when I look around. Like, I bet you that light switch is filthy because I haven't cleaned that. How dirty is that light? Oh, don't even answer it.
People pick their noses.
See, now I don't even want to talk. All my confidence is gone knowing that there's a light switch dirty to the right of me. Toilets, light switches, handles, refrigerator. Thought having a stainless steel refrigerator was cool until I had it for 2 weeks. And now this thing looks like it's trapping crime scenes on the handle.
Yeah,
stainless steel, man. You go ahead, you have any bit of sauce, like a sour cream on your hand. Next thing you know, you just gave all of your identity to that handle.
Yeah.
Because it's just, and it comes in so bright, so high def. You could frame somebody off of the evidence on a stainless steel fridge.
Oh,
of
yeah,
how many thumbprints happen.
Oh, and knuckle prints.
No, maybe the
print.
knuckle prints.
That's
is
worse.
People don't.
The handle's plastic, but when it touches that stainless steel part, you're getting knucked.
And then I don't know. Modern day refrigerators can sometimes make me a little upset. Why? They have TVs. They have see-through windows.
They're the cilantro of appliances.
Yeah. Room dividers. They are room dividers.
If you could buy one high-dollar appliance, though, I think a lot of people would say refrigerator.
I mean, sure.
Because are you really going to get like a Ferrari dishwasher?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Or a quality, like, really good oven with a good stovetop on top.
I would go washer dryer. I think washer dryers. But that's another thing.
It's clutch.
I like how everybody from back in the day, they say like all the 1950s stuff like lasts forever. Like you could shoot it and it'd be like, I'll still wash.
And they would repair it.
Yeah.
You would get somebody to repair it. Now everybody's like, well, the light burned out, so let's replace it. Everything's disposable.
Just trying to clean. Oh, it never stops.
You clean your steering wheel in your car?
Never, not once. Never, not once, now that you mention it.
Oh, dude. That means your steering wheel has like HPV or something.
It's got the whole alphabet.
Yeah, it's got
alphabetically speaking.
It's
eternally
dead.
bleeding. It's not.
Or the gear shift.
I just didn't.
I mean, that's got to be gross too.
I don't know what stemmed my like fuel for cleaning.
Your pregnant wife, maybe?
No, not even that. I think just a serious relationship.
Yeah.
I think coming to grips with going like, oh, this is it. Because I think at 23, you're thinking you are content with being maybe messier. At least I was, because there was always the future. Adult me will figure that out.
And then adult you becomes you.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, I think that's literally why I started cleaning. And I think that's also why I started doing a whole bunch of things.
You realized you were an adult?
Well, no, just
now's the time.
But to be even more on the nuts about it is that I would just having all of those questions answered of like, if you're 20 years old and then you're messy, you'd be like, well, when I'm 30, I won't be. Or just not even that specific age, but just in the future. Older me will have that down pat. Older me will have that down pat. And then you get to be a little bit older, and when it's not down pat, it's who are you gonna blame?
You can't blame Pat.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. You can only blame yourself. So I think that's why I'm like light switches, toilets. I wish
life stuff you have to, because you might.
I cleaned my toilets more.
You're gonna die sooner, so you better get stuff. You better hone your skills.
Yeah, because
there's like level 1 human being stuff that we're talking about: staying clean, keeping things on, in order, and then you have to develop. It's like video game wise. Then once you've passed level 1, then you go, okay, education, work. Mm-hmm. Then if you go higher than that, some people max out at that. Like level 2 is not bad. You still have fast food.
Yeah, you still got fast food.
You have a place to live. You could live forever on level 2. Then you see other people that have like boats and stuff. And you're like, what are you doing? You don't have to level up, though. You just have to find somebody who's on level 3 to be friends with, and then you have boat access. That's all I'm saying. I've committed to level 2, but I have access to levels 3 and even 4 sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I can get on a carnival ship right now with some people and get wild, but I don't have time.
What level is private plane level?
That's 6.
Okay.
Very few people have that.
I've never
You mean
been
owned or... chartered.
I want
charter.
That's level 5.
Okay.
I want to go on a private plane so bad, just to be on a plane that's like small.
Have you ever been on a smaller airline flight? Because there are the little ones. You ever been on a propeller plane?
Not an airline, but I have been in a small plane before. But
I've been in a plane so small, commercial plane that was so small. They told everybody to please put all of their overhead luggage on equal sides.
To balance the weight.
Yeah.
That's a sign.
That's that. I'll be like, I'm good. I'll drive. I'll just drive there.
I'm so happy that no one feels bad for Boeing. Whenever people don't feel bad for corporations, I'm always kind of pro that. Like, you're too big, dude. We're supposed to kind of be pitchforking you a little bit, especially when doors are flopping off.
Meanwhile, Boeing is excusing itself to the bathroom to cry, Ross.
Yeah. I am going to buy some Boeing stock, though. Don't call it a comeback. They own everything. I will buy some Boeing stock. Yeah. All of that internet footage of all the Boeing doors, I'm like, yeah, dude, more footage, the better. Thank God everybody has cameras. At least that gives us a fighting chance against people.
Malfeasance.
Yeah, people like Boeing that way, like, I got your ass. Yeah. What's some of the most, this is weird. What's some of the most important internet content you've ever digested? Like, I'm not saying you're the best, just the ones. Life is chaos to me.
That you remember.
We barely choose our memories, at least in my mind. Like, you don't get to choose. I have so many random chaotic memories from a kid that I'm like, why am I remembering that? Why do I remember the very first Cinnabroom that Mom bought? I don't know.
Cinnabroom.
Dude, I remember Cinnabroom.
Your whole house smells like a scented candle.
Dude, I've talked about that. I know about that Cinnabroom, man.
Cinnabrooms are legit. Those are powerful.
One of the first times I ever got punished, a Cinnabroom was like in the corner of the room, so I was getting my ass whooped, and I was selling cinnamon. So now whenever I like smell a Cinnabroom, I'm like, just drop trow and get spanked. That's what my body thinks is gonna happen.
The next day, your teacher's like, Ross came in real meek and smelling great.
Yeah.
Must have got a cinnamon whipping. You had Cinnabuns.
I had Cinnabuns.
There it is.
The internet, like,
and
what?
That's probably also a title.
What part?
Scabby Road. Look out.
What part of the internet has stuck with you? Like, what? Backup Terry is one of my favorite videos.
Explain Backup Terry. It's
Backup Terry.
Wheelchair,
yeah.
Oddly enough, which is the through line of this episode.
July 4th, guys lighting fireworks. Guy's in a little electric scooter. Guy recording, looks at him, goes, yo, back up, Terry. Back up, Terry, as the firework is going off. It's a legendary piece of internet content.
It holds up, too. Even though you've probably already seen it, watch it again. It's so
going to happen.
I've got one.
It's going to be shared on July 4th forever because it's the best July 4th anything ever.
It is the Christmas Carol of July 4th.
Yeah.
So, y'all remember the one of the guy who's like, this is a rare wax cylinder?
Oh, it's the best.
It's the best. He goes on for a 30-second monologue about how rare and special and valuable it is. And then it just disintegrates in his hands.
Just crumbles.
Yeah. Oh no, I know. That's a banger.
Thousands of pieces.
I like the
look
guy
at-
describing the painting, and he's talking about the moth, and then
Look at that horse.
Look at that horse.
Look at that horse.
Look at that horse is for me.
The bushy tail.
The teeth,
Like you
the
can,
eyes.
like these videos that you can quote, and those are like so we just quoted Backup Terry's, I think, the youngest video out of that, but those videos that you just brought up are like the formative years of the internet. You're
Yeah.
talking E-Bombs world. You're talking
yeah.
the era of 55. You're talking deep cut Homestar Runner era of the internet.
Yep.
Homestar 10.
I think about this tweet all the time that stuck with me, and it's so painfully accurate, and it makes me laugh every time my dog does this. But every dog does it when it like sits down and lays down and goes like the dog scoffs.
Yeah.
There was a tweet that
Dog scoff.
there was a tweet a year ago, 2 years ago, that was just bringing up like, why does my dog scoff so much? Like, what's pissing you off? What did you do today that's making you? And every time my dog scoffs now, I just look at it like, what? How are you
hit you.
upset? That dog scoff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
single
What's
exhale.
got you pissy?
It's like you keep telling me what I'm saying, but it's not what I said.
Yeah. And when a dog does that,
That's not even what my voice sounds like, Ross.
yeah, the internet is such a interesting place where you just don't get to really choose which videos stick with you for the rest of your
That's
life.
the thing about the internet is it has everything you want, but also everything else.
Yeah.
And that's sort of how everyone feels, I think. It doesn't matter. We all want different things. We all like different things, and it has that. But it also has everything I hate in abundance.
It's a fun, slippery slope knowing that everybody's kind of getting their own internet. We all have access to the same thing, but
It's
the internet is
But not the same
delivering.
version.
You ever
Yeah.
pick someone else's phone up and you look at their feed and you're like,
Yeah.
what the hell is this?
Yeah.
For you page.
Yeah. That's
Search.
different. We've never had any tool of media like that before in human history where
No way.
where something is we used to get to choose, and we're still choosing kind of, but we're not choosing what's the next video when you flick your thumb up. There is a power there that is trying its best to nail your likes,
Yeah.
your desires,
Your brain.
Yeah, your brain. What a fun time.
It's trying to date you.
Yeah.
It's just trying to come up with the thing you want to go, yes. Yeah. Like it just flirts with you all the time.
I remember, what's another internet video that made a huge impact on my life was a guy dancing. His name is
Usher?
David Elsewhere.
David Elsewhere.
I remember that.
He was one of the very first viral videos of someone dancing on the internet, like in the early 2000s, and made me want to dance. So I just kept dancing.
You remember the music?
It wasn't the song. The song was some just like basic robot noise song, I think. Not really an internet video, but I think the coolest thing I've seen was Jamiroquai's music video. I watched that like
Virtual
I don't know.
Insanity?
Oh,
Yeah.
Super cool.
That stuck
Oh.
with me.
Floating floor.
Jamiroquai is still around.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
good to
realize
know.
that. I mentioned Jamiroquai at work not long ago, and someone's like, I love him. Have you seen him lately? And I was like, no, not for 25 years.
Yeah, he's back.
I don't think
he ever left. A lot of people are like that. A lot of people had like this fun, cool, awesome solo hit that
Yeah.
totally changed their life. And then they just kept making stuff that never broke through the zeitgeist. But like the people who genuinely love that first song are like, no, I'm still here. Keep doing it.
And then you can go see him at a theme park.
Yeah.
A lot of those people, that's where they get their headliners from. It's like somebody where you know like 2 songs, but you'd go see them for those 2 songs.
Yeah. Like the
And
Bare
see
Naked
what else
Ladies.
they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fun. Those are the best. Those are low risk concert attendances. You know,
Next
like
up
I
to
don't
the
need a lot
stage.
out of this. I need the 2 songs that everybody else here needs, and I'm willing to listen to 4 more songs.
And then I will get a beer and then go spend the rest of the night with my family.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back to my first concert. I'm so happy that my first concert was my first concert. It was Slightly Stupid at Janus Landing in St. Pete. And I was in high school. And I think that is you have to go to a adult concert in high school because that's just it hits so hard.
Yeah.
Had too much fun.
You're seeing adults not act like you're a kid. They're doing what they want to do on their time on the weekend.
Yeah.
That's a different thing to see in life. You're like, oh, whoa.
Yeah, it was cool to just party with adults. And I'm in high school and I'm like smoking joints with a 30-year-old for the first time out in the public. It was just
plus you were at a fun show.
Yeah, white guy stoner band. Yeah. You can't go wrong. Little acoustic guitar every now and then. Yeah, too good.
I remember seeing some of my friends' kids at a concert one time out on the lawn. This was down in West Palm Beach. And all of a sudden I said, "Here, Joel?" And I was like, oh, no. And it was one of my friends' teenage kids. I'm like, oh, no. I thought I was going to be the young one in every scenario until right now.
And now it'll never happen again.
Yeah, and I did I'm like, oh, so good to see you. All right, cool. And then I looked at the person I was with. I was like, we got to move.
I had that.
We got to go. I can't be here.
Talking about that couple of moments when you're like, oh, God, I'm older. I was at a bar last night with one of my best friends, and he looks at the bartender, and his first question was like, do you think she's older than us or younger than us? And then he took a sip of beer and went, oh, God, that's what everybody does at bars when they're older, isn't it?
Yep.
And he started panicking because
you don't expect any of this. It's like you said, you're like, oh, no, now I'm an adult. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
It's like when you sneeze for the 5th time and you go, I have a cold.
Yeah.
No.
It is exactly that moment where, because I've been saying this on stage for a while. It's like, I'm not saying that I'm old. I'm just saying that this is the first time in my life where I'm older than anything. Mm-hmm. When hearing slang all of a sudden where I'm like, oh, I don't remember that.
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying. That's not a you thing. That's a me thing. I just am not surrounded by cool things as much anymore.
Now you're becoming a dad.
Yeah, now I'm becoming a dad.
Wait till you talk to a middle schooler and their entire sentence doesn't make sense to you.
Oh, can't wait.
Love it. Like, I don't know what the Skibbity Rizzler of Ohio Phantom Tax. God, just don't talk to me because I got no ears for this. I got no ears for these words.
And they just...
I'd check one of my kids. I was like, I don't know the videos that are feeding your vocabulary.
Yeah.
And I need you to show them to me.
Yeah,
because we can't speak otherwise.
I need a how-to.
It's dominating your vocabulary to the point where you're speaking another language. And he just blankly stared at me like, "Put the effort in, Dad."
He look at that.
Change your algorithm.
You felt judged?
But I told him, I said, I don't have access because my algorithm just shows me 90s NBA highlights.
Yeah,
because it knows I want more, and I remember those times.
Did you felt judged?
No, I just felt I felt like dared to figure it out on my own. I was telling him to do the legwork, and he's like, no. He's like, no, I do my homework. You do everything else.
The last human interaction that wasn't overall positive that I've had was with Olivia yesterday. This is embarrassing, and I know that she still thinks this of me, and I do not like it.
Mm-hmm.
I walked out of the bathroom post-coffee. Won't go into great detail. You know exactly what I did.
Yep.
I did that thing. I go ahead. I walk out of the bathroom, but with the toilet paper roll empty because I had used it all. She looks at me, knowing what I just did with an empty toilet paper roll. And she goes, what are you doing? Did you finish up? See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Did you finish at the same time?
I looked at her. I said, no, it timed out.
There it is.
She doesn't believe me.
Oh.
She doesn't. I think it is kind of hard to believe somebody in that situation. I'm walking out of a bathroom with an empty toilet paper roll.
She's checking to see that you have 2 socks on.
Yeah. Like what? Making sure I didn't cob it, and she still does not believe me, and I despise that. She thinks that I'm that disgusting of a human that I would just waddle over to where the toilet paper is.
What else would you do? Call for help?
I would text her probably, more than likely. I've done that before. I've been at friends' houses. They don't have toilet paper. I text them. I'm like, yo, My bad. I wish you didn't have to find out like this.
But can you drive over
Yeah,
and help me?
please. I don't. Yeah, the Turtles kid was too good. That was also an E-Bombs World banger. E-Bombs World to me is just like page 1 of the internet for me.
That's when it had a filter, but everybody got the same results.
Yeah. Before YouTube, that you could just look up stuff. There was websites that would just collect the best of the internet, and I'm pretty
It
sure
was a person, not an algorithm.
Yeah, it was
Craig.
Yeah, it was E-Bomb. Whoever E-Bomb is.
Craig E-Bomb.
Is that his name?
I don't know.
Okay, so I have no one ever found out who E-Bomb was or anything like that. It was just such an important website. That's the website you would go to every day for me. That was when small web series were starting to hit off. That
College Humor.
Yeah, College Humor. God, fun times on that original page of the internet. But we do have to wrap some of this up, and by some of this, I do mean all of it. We have to wrap episode 3 up. We have to thank everybody who's been involved. First of all, shout out to Olivia. I'm sorry that you think that I don't use bathrooms correctly, but in due time, I think I will regain your trust.
Doo-doo time.
And did I say doo-doo time?
I just did.
Okay, okay, good. Episode 3 is brought to you by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. We want to thank Chase Padgett. We want to thank Joel. We want to thank
Adam
Scharf for the music. That is episode 3. Thank you for listening.
Wives and mothers.
Thank you, wives and mothers. Thank you to all the gods. Thank you to
just the internet.
Thank you to the color just blue in general.
Shout out blue.
Shout out blue.
Green, you know what you did.
Yeah, green. Get on out of here. We can't even see you. That's the whole point of you. That's why you're used where you're used, because we're trying to hide things.
You're a joke.
Blue, you're awesome. That's episode 3. I'm out. Peace.
Night.
Good Sauce with Ross and Joel is brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. There are a lot of Central Florida injury attorneys out there, but I'm here to tell you there's only one Mo DeWitt. I am a shining example of that. Whether you're injured in a car accident, just call Mo. Whether you are in a slip and fall, just call Mo. Thank you, Mo. Thank you for sponsoring Good Sauce. Now, let's start the show.